What's good? So I'm gonna do a quick video in regards to women. You know, a lot of women will look at another woman and see like what is she what is she doing that I can't get a guy? And the harsh reality that I don't think a lot of women get when they get older is that once we as guys hit a certain age, we stop looking at how good you all look. Like I've had my share of very beautiful women in my 20s, and being 40 now, that's like that's not even at the top of my list anymore. Um, so a lot of guys, once we start getting past 35, it's like looks are not at the top of our list, and like honestly, I'm sure that some will see this and be like, "Well, you're not that good looking yourself." I don't care. That's the beautiful thing. Like, I don't care. Yes, there's no hair under here. Do I need these? No, I just wear them because I like them. But um, I that doesn't even bother me. Whatever you perceive or whatever you think of me, that doesn't bother me. So because we all have our own thing that we either like or dislike. So to think that, oh, okay, well, something must be wrong with him. No, a lot of times as men get older, we are no longer looking at the same thing that we were when we were 20. Nothing about what I saw, excuse me, for women in my 20s. I'm not on that same type of thing. Matter of fact, in my 20s, I was into women that were at least 5 to 10 years older than me. So most of the women I talk to are now the age I am now. So it's like it's not the same. So when you start thinking about, oh, okay, well, I look better than her or I do such. Nope. It's all personality. At a certain age for us guys, it becomes all personality. And the other added element is how you respond. So if you respond very quickly, brashly, with with attitude there, that's instantly because once men hit a certain age, we started tapering off. We become a lot more tolerable and patient, but we don't want with that comes we don't want to be really in no drama anymore because we also start to understand that our bodies don't respond the same way. So when we were 20, we throw these hands and it's like, all right, cool. Now when you 40, you throw these hands. The next day, even though you didn't throw these hands and did your business, you feel like somebody did business on you, even though you did business on them. So it's not the same deal anymore. So it's like I don't want that drama. I don't want that extra. So you not being chosen has nothing to do with how you look. Cause I'm just gonna put it frank. Every day I get on social media, I see a fine woman. Matter of fact, I don't. Let me rephrase that. I don't see a fine woman. I see fine women. There are plenty of fine women out here. Like when you look, it's like, oh, she nice. But like I say, after a certain age, it's that just doesn't do it anymore. It's not the final piece. Like when you were younger, it's like it seemed like a trophy to us. We bagged a fine chick, yeah, you could do one of these, stick your chest out and all that other stuff, and because you felt like, yeah, with I got this beautiful chick, yeah, that's not it anymore. It no longer becomes that. So it's and then when you start having kids, it's you start as a man, you start heading to another chapter of your life. You start becoming more of a teacher because you're spending more time teaching your child. So now it's about passing on. So all those things change. So it's like I don't need you to just be pretty for me. I've gotten past that point in my life. So, yes, there's a lot of fine women out here. There's a lot of fine women out here. But that is no longer the measuring stick. Like, and if you were fine and you were chosen back in your 20s and now you're hitting 30 and 40, you're still beautiful. You're still beautiful. And some women, they still fine. But you can no longer move like that. That's like, it's like basketball, football, and sports. Like the Jordans, the Kobe, LeBron James, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, Tom Brady, Jim McMahon, Barry Sanders, my man's who had the ACL injury, Adrian Peterson. When they were in their younger age, they could float, move, however, and just dominate. But once they hit a certain age, they had to turn around and shift their game. And that is what I find, me personally, and I know some other guys could attest to this, that once a woman gets older, she's still trying to operate like the guy who had all the athleticism. The athleticism is the whole look. So they're going, you can't move like that anymore. You now have to move at a whole different light. And as a guy, if I'm seeing you still trying to move athletically, or in this conversation, we're talking about you're athletically, you still trying to move physically as far as the appearance, it's showing me your game hasn't evolved, or you as a person hasn't evolved. So if you as a person hasn't evolved and I've evolved, we're not going to be on the same level. See, the most important thing when it comes to women and men is we bring balance to each other. So if I've already hit a level that where I've evolved and you haven't, now I have to digress. And not only am I taking away from teaching my sons or daughters, now I have to teach you. Now, there's a difference between trying to teach a kid and trying to teach an adult. And a kid not going to give you as much blowback and fight as an adult will, because you think you've been here long enough that you can tell me whatever. But on that note, that also becomes, do I really want to waste my time doing it? Because let's be real here. Relationships take a lot of work. They take a lot of work. Why? Because every day we're supposed to be evolving. So it's a new canvas and a new platform. When you think you know something about somebody, because it's like artificial intelligence, it keeps evolving. We human beings, that's what artificial intelligence is trying to pattern itself off of. Us as human beings, we're constantly evolving. We're constantly taking in information. We're constantly learning something. So you have to keep bringing your level of knowledge up in order to sustain the relationship, because the relationship is evolving around nothing but knowledge. The more knowledge you gain, the more you can do this, this, and this, and this, and that within the relationship. When you're not knowledgeable, you're going to flunk. It's going to fail. It's like algebra. You didn't know algebra in high school or whatever you took it, you flunked it. Therefore, it was hard. So once you learned algebra, you didn't master it, and then you could no longer flunk that. That's the same thing with relationships, but there's so much information that has to be in a relationship that you have to constantly evolve. So if you're not evolving beyond your looks, you're going to get passed over, unfortunately. As beautiful as you are, you're just another beautiful woman. That's about it. So, as I always say, fix your face, fix your spirit. I'm just here to bring you information. If it ruffles your feathers, fix your face, fix your spirit. But in the meantime, I do hope y'all evolve. I do hope y'all become more knowledgeable in your surroundings. And the information I state, anything, whether it's facts or opinion, is just for you to add to your knowledge base. That's all. Stick it in your pocket. Add to your knowledge base. Expand yourself. And most of all, keep growing. Hit that like, subscribe button. Until then, be easy.